up? It's your girl Haitian.Sophia back at it again with another YouTube video. So like I said, come on in, all that. If you're new to my channel, definitely make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you become part of the dollhouse today. Make sure you turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my saucy and fire content. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Haitian.Sophia. My Instagram is always linked down below and it always has a pop-up on the screen. Also, make sure you like, comment, and share. I greatly appreciate all the like, comments, and shares that I get, whether you're a small, big, little size YouTuber. Shares are hard to come by, so I greatly appreciate it. Let's get into the shout out of the day and the outfit of the day. If you are new here, you may not know about these things, but basically the shout out of the day is shouting out one of my subscribers / supporters, and then the outfit of the day is just showing you guys what outfit I have on in the day. So if I vlog, I'll show you guys the different outfits I have on throughout the day. So today's shout out is going to Alyssa Cole. Her channel consists of beauty, lifestyle, and fashion videos. Her most recent video was a leopard print makeup look, makeup tutorial. So she does a lot of makeup tutorials, press on nail tutorials, stuff like that. She's really popular for her press on nail tutorials. So if you're interested in things that's beauty, lifestyle, and fashion, definitely go ahead and check out her channel. I'll leave all her information in the iCard description on the screen. She is a very lit YouTuber. She's very pretty. She is a black queen like myself, and she has a lot of unique looks and ideas on her channel. So go ahead and check out her channel. As I said, everything will be in the iCard description and on the screen. Let's get into the outfit of the day. Pretty chill, pretty simple, because I'm in the house. As you guys know, when I'm doing sit down videos or when I'm in the house, my outfit of the day is pretty chill. I have on my necklace I got from Valentine's Day for my boyfriend. I have on this black v-neck top, and this was probably from Ross or probably anywhere that's pretty much, you know, you get black v-neck top. I have on these navy blue like yoga pants. I had these for a couple of years now, so I can't tell you where I got them. Actually, I can. I got them from Old Navy. Then I have on my Nike pink, blue, and white slides. And that's pretty much the outfit of the day for today. For the hair look, I just have my hair pulled back because of the purpose of today's video. And that's what we're about to get into now. So today I'm going to be doing a cooking video / vlog with my sister. So the title of this might be cooking with my sister, or cooking with me, something like that. But definitely in the title is going to be called cooking. So I know you guys requested this video when I first put out the trying Sonic for the first time. I was recommending if I should do a cooking video with my sister, and you guys definitely responded well to that, saying I should do a cooking video. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I hope you guys enjoy this little cooking video / vlog, and I hope it's very informational, factual, and fun as well. She's actually going to be coming on the camera shortly, so you guys can see who she is. You guys seen her on my channel numerous of times, but she's going to actually introduce her channel, her Instagram, all that good stuff, so you guys could become familiar with her face and her channel, her Instagram, and all of that.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Haitian Queen V, and yes, that is my YouTube channel. So y'all go ahead and make sure y'all check me out and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Y'all gotta get with your girl. Black owned business. Yes, I do have my own business. Dynasty House, DiamondDynastyHouse.com. Go on there and go ahead and click shop. Do everything you need to do, because your products will be dropped and sent to you as soon as possible. That's how I do it. And yes, like she said, we will be doing a cooking video today, and I will have all my information added at the bottom of the description, so you guys can go ahead and click and go to my channel and figure out all the fun facts and stuff about me. I do have a little one, so I know I've been off camera for a while. My grandfather passed away last year, which I know my sister did talk about. So it's been really hard for me to get back in the swing of things of getting my channel back up, but I will be back. Don't sleep on me, y'all. I will be back soon. I did have a little one. My baby is now going to be 8 months tomorrow. She was born October 24th, 2020, last year. So it was a lot to process with me losing my grandfather during COVID, and then me being pregnant, and then having to deal with it and trying not to stress and, you know, have my blood pressure and stuff go up. So it was like a lot to deal with. So I couldn't really keep up with trying to make videos at the time, and I couldn't really bring myself to it. So I will be back this year. I'm sorry that I've been gone for basically over almost half a year. So don't sleep on me. I will be back. You guys can see my little one. Here she goes. Her name is Araya. Say hi, Mama.
This is the niece I always put on my channel. So if you see her on Instagram on my channel, whenever I'm doing my vlogs, that's who that is. Because I know a lot of you guys are probably like, who is that? Who she's talking about? This is my niece and that's my sister. If you guys are new here.
Hey, baby. So that is my daughter. So yeah, been pretty busy mom. A lot of a lot of doing mom things, like a lot, all the time, everywhere. Anyways, so if you guys continue to tune in, you are going to like, love, and enjoy this cooking video today. So we're gonna go ahead and adjust the camera so that you can see exactly what I'm doing, so you can try this and do this at home, because who knows, you might want to do this too. So the purpose of the video today, which is what we're making, the cooking video of today, is shrimp po' boy.
So we'll probably have like a side thing, either chips or fries, but we haven't really like decided on which like side thing it's gonna be. But if you guys see a little side dish, it's either gonna be chips or fries or tater tots.
So I've been really wanting to do shrimp po' boy for a while now. I said I want to do it, and then now that my sister doesn't eat red meat, I thought this would be the perfect video to do, since she wanted to do lasagna, but I already did lasagna like 3 days ago.
She don't like turkey ground meat.
Yeah,
so
I can't do turkey.
We could have did chicken lasagna, but
that would have been different. That would have been different
next time. But for today,
chicken or shrimp lasagna.
But for today, we're gonna do the shrimp po' boy.
All right, so we're gonna adjust the camera so you guys can see what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be basically putting all the seasonings in one big bowl, and then we're gonna go ahead and add the shrimp into it and mix everything all together, and that's pretty much how we're gonna do it. Shrimp po' boy really doesn't take as long as you would think.
For the next cooking video, I'll probably be posting a question poll on my channel, so while we're cooking we could answer a few questions. So let me know what you guys want me to cook next. As I said, as we did mention, I do not consume any red meat. That's beef, pork, lamb, anything that's red meat, I do not consume it. I only eat chicken, turkey, and chicken, turkey, and seafood. And I'm allergic to nuts, all nuts. So if you're recommending anything, make sure it doesn't deal with anything like that. So whatever you recommend next for us to cook, leave it down in the comment section down below. And definitely I'll be posting a poll on my Instagram, so we could do like a little bit of questions while we cook to make it a little bit more, you know, fun and, you know, entertaining. But we're gonna adjust the camera right now.
All right, so to start, I also forgot, yeah, you see me wrapping up Pac. That's my baby. Okay, but yeah, I love Tupac. Big Tupac fan. I love Tupac. But anyways, I forgot to mention my Instagram, so y'all go ahead and add me and follow me on Instagram. Okay, so I have two. I have my business page, and then I also have my personal page. So my business page is Diamond Dynasty House. You better go follow, and yes, it does have underscore, so you better look for your stuff. Okay. And then for my personal Instagram, it is ValWeezy_BBY. So it's baby, but without the A. That's my personal Instagram. And then also have me on the Snap, ValWeezy_BBY. Baby without the A. You feels me? All right, now let's get into this video. Let's just get into this video though. Okay. So to start, what I'm gonna start with is 2 tablespoons of yellow cornmeal mix. You can get whatever brand of cornmeal mix you want, but I just personally grabbed the bag. I guess, I don't know, it's just something about my fiance. He just loves anything in the bag. He doesn't do grits, and he doesn't do the box grits. He don't like box grits. no box grits. So whenever we do shrimp and grits, I always have to make sure I buy the bag grits, because he says the box grits taste weird and they don't taste the same as the bag grits. So anything that's cornmeal or stuff like that, he wants it in a bag. He doesn't really like them in boxes, so that's why we use cornmeal in a bag. But anyways, so like it said, 2 tablespoons of cornmeal mix. So I am going to grab a spoon so we can go ahead and add this cornmeal. So I got my spoon, and we're gonna evenly coat 2 tablespoons. All right, because you want enough for the shrimp. But since we're using more shrimp than what's normally suggested, because my sister loves shrimp and so do I, I'm gonna be doing 3.5 tablespoons of the cornmeal mix, because we're gonna be using way more shrimp than what's really recommended. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and do 3 teaspoons of chives, green onion chives, and you just want to do a good amount so that they can mix in with the shrimp. All right. And what I like to do is when I'm done using something, I pretty much like to put it to the side so I know that I already use it and I don't have to really go back to it. So you'll see me put some of the stuff on the stove and stuff like that. Seasoning wise don't take as long, but it's like making it is where everything is where it's normally at. And then we're gonna do a 1/2 cup of what is it? A 1/2 cup of spicy mustard. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to get all these onion chives on. So I have the spicy mustard here. Now you gotta open it, because it's always, you gotta make sure you always check, because a lot of these have them the little things on it. Safety seal. Just poke it. I don't like doing that, but because it's gonna go way too deep in, and that ones normally don't poke all the way through like that. So she's doing that. She's trying to get the spicy mustard open, and then after we do the spicy mustard, we're gonna go ahead and move on to these other seasonings. Salt. So we're gonna do salt now. Sometimes I use regular salt, but other times I use sea salt. So
and you just fill it up to
yeah, fill up the you're doing what's that?
1/2 cup.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I do sea salt, and I like to watch. No, you gotta put more. I like to eyeball what I'm doing, and then that's pretty much it. So my little one likes to be in part of the action as well. She's very, 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 very talkative. So she likes to be a part of the action.
This is the 1/2 cup of, what is it? Spicy honey mustard?
No, spicy mustard. So that's spicy mustard, and then we're just gonna put that in there, and then use the spoon to get the rest out. What you trying to tell him, baby? You trying to tell him you're a part of it too? So now we're gonna go ahead and add our 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And what you like to, like I said, when it comes to seasoning, I like to eyeball, because it depends on how much you're making for whoever you're making it for. If it's just you and your partner, then 1/2 teaspoon is good. But because we're making a little bit more shrimp, we're like probably gonna use the whole bag maybe. Yeah, we're gonna use the whole bag of shrimp. So since we're using the whole bag of shrimp, I'm gonna add a little bit more black pepper than usual to this recipe, just because of the fact that, so this is what it's starting to look like now. You see the chives, the black pepper, spicy mustard. You're not gonna see the sea salt, of course. And then you see the yellow cornmeal mix. All right, and then from there, we're gonna go ahead and add our Creole seasoning. So I have 3 different Creole seasonings. So it's up to you.
3.
I have 3 different Creole seasoning, yes. So it's up to you on which one you want to use. I am going to do a little bit of all 3. Why? Because each one is different. We have more spice Creole seasoning. We have spicy herb Creole seasoning. And then we have the all-time favorite, because baby, you know we Haitian.
But that's Louisiana.
You know, it's still, but it's, you know, it's still our kind of town. It still speak a little Creole down there. And we got our, you know, you gotta have it. Let me get you close up. Let me get you close up. All right. So
that's not it. Okay, that's not it. This one is the Tony Chachere's Spice and Herbs Creole seasoning.
There's 2 Tonys.
2 Tonys. This one is the more spice. This one is the Spice and Herb. And then the one that she's opening is the Gros Creole. I mean, it depends what type of Creole you speak of, how you say it, the pronunciation and the enunciation. But since it's Haitian Creole, I'm saying it as Gros Creole. So that's the one that she's opening. That's Louisiana.
So seasoning. This is the Gros Creole. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to just sprinkle enough to where you can still taste it, but we're not putting too much. Just because,
if you know anything about Cajun seasoning or Cajun food, it's particularly very spicy. So if you're not into spice, I like spicy food, but she doesn't really like as much spicy food as I do. So if you're not really into spice, you don't want to be putting a lot of spicy stuff in there.
So now we're gonna go ahead and put the spice and herb Creole seasoning, the Tony Chachere's. So we're gonna do that, and like I said, I just sprinkle. I eyeball and sprinkle, because we don't want it to be too spicy and we don't want it to be too much of what we don't like. And as for my baby, because she eats what I eat, I want to make sure it's not too much for her to handle. And then the last one that we're gonna do is the other Tony Chachere's, and it's gonna be the more spice Creole seasoning. So I know some people be like, why you just don't use one? Well, the reason why I didn't want to just use one is because I wanted to make sure that I like the way I do this one. Now, everybody have their own different way of doing it.
And each seasoning has different components. It's not all the same Creole seasoning. Each brand is going to have different components. Each type is going to have different components. So it's just not one type of Creole seasoning.
So to get them open, because you do have to break the seal to open them to get it to be able to use the seasoning, I just use the back of any spoon. It doesn't, any spoon or butter knife will open it.
Make sure it's clean though.
Yeah, so like I said, I do sprinkle. So I sprinkle for a reason, because I don't want to do too much. Because I don't want to. Oh, okay, she putting her little opinion. All right, so it looks like we almost there. So we got a little bit more left, and all right, so that's done. All right, so we got onion powder, garlic powder, minced garlic, and smoked paprika. So we got a lot of spiciness.
The smoked paprika is the Great Value brand. If y'all wondering, you can use any smoked paprika, but that one is the Great Value brand.
So with that being said, with the smoked paprika, you want to do 1 tablespoon. Like I said, you don't have to follow what you, I mean, you can go to another person's recipe and do it, but since I'm pretty much, I already know how I like to do my seasonings and how I like to season my stuff, I pretty much don't really follow the measurements. I just go by eyeballing. So I just eyeball what I do. And then for the garlic powder,
And if you're not familiar what the Great Value is, that's the Walmart brand.
It is 1 teaspoon as well. Like I said, I just sprinkle and eyeball and sprinkle.
You'll know if you put, well, some people don't know if they're new to cooking, but at the same time, you'll know if you're putting too much, depending on how much meat you're supposed to
powder,
season or whatever you're
1.5 teaspoons. I sprinkle, because we already got the onion chives in there, so I don't want to do too much onions. And then we have our minced garlic. Hold on, I gotta open the minced garlic too. What did I do? Let's not do that. Alright, so the minced garlic was easy to open with the back of the spoon. So that's the minced garlic. And I get the one with in the olive oil. Some people do it with some people get the minced garlic in the water. I don't get the one in the water, I get the one in the olive oil. So it's in the extra virgin olive oil. If you guys can see. Alright. And you want to do 1 teaspoon of the minced garlic. Now I don't do too much because no, you can't eat this. You talking about some hot. Alright, so we're done with that. We're done with those. We're done with that. We got the olive oil. And we did all this. All this stuff is done. So, okay, so now we're going to go ahead and mix all of this up together. So this is what it's looking like. Alright, so we're going to mix all that up together. And the shrimp has already been washed, cleaned, and deveined. So all we have to do is basically just mix the shrimp in here, get them nicely coated, and get them cooked. And slather them in some bread. So let's get them cleaned off as good as we can. Make sure all this is mixed really well. Right.
You can't eat that.
And to loosen it up, I like to add a little bit of olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. I'm sorry.
And you could use any brand long as it's olive oil.
So
but that one happens to be the Iberia brand.
Loosen it up just a little bit. You just want to drizzle just a little bit, not too much. You don't want your stuff to be too oily when you're cooking it, but you do want to loosen it up so that you'll be able to get everything on those shrimp really well. Getting tired? Good. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and bring the shrimp over.
We got our shrimp from Target. We were supposed to get it from Walmart, but since we forgot not 1 but 2 times, we just got it from Target today.
So here's the shrimp. So that's why I said we're using way more shrimp than you use.
And those ones were what you call it? Unpeeled.
So we're using way more shrimp than what you would normally use.
And it came with 41 to 50 shrimp in 1 bag.
So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a spoon and lightly doing it so I'm not breaking the shrimp. And then what you can do to make it a little easier is add a little bit of more olive oil again. Now what you could have did is you could have put the spicy mustard, you could have put the seasoning by itself and put the spicy mustard in with it.
Or you could have did a dry wet, so you could put it separate, and then if you're familiar with the dry wet concept.
And you could have just did the bag method. Put the spicy mustard in the bag, season all the shrimp, then put the spicy mustard in the bag.
It all depends on your timing and what method you
works for you,
comfortable with, or works for you.
This works for me because I can coat everything, season them.
The bag method is the same, like kind of if you ever had like a salad and you put the lid on the salad and you shake it up when you put your dressing, it's kind of like that.
Wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this. I said you gotta make sure you mix in very well and you checking and looking and making sure all of them are coated and taken care of, because you want to get all that nice, like I said, all of it. You want to get all that niceness in there. You want them to be nicely coated and good. Now, another thing that would really help to get them to stick on a lot better too is some fresh squeezed lemon juice. So what I'm going to do is cut a freshly squeezed lemon to get everything to stick on together and stay on. So that's what we're going to do.
If you're wondering where the lemons are from, you can get them anywhere, but we happen to get ours from Walmart. They came in a bag, so that's where the lemons are from. Because I know a lot of people are going to be asking, where's this from, where's that from? That's why I'm telling you guys where everything is from, or so the brand of everything.
Fresh lemon. I'm going to go ahead and cut. You could use half of it. You don't have to use the whole thing. I'm only going to use half. I don't really need all that acid in there.
You could use lemon or lime juice.
I don't need all the acidity, plus I don't want the seeds in there, so it's like I'm not trying to do too much of the lemon juice. I just need enough to squeeze on top of the shrimp and get some acidity.
And this acts for the acid, and also as well as like a cleaning agent, because if you're not familiar with cleaning your meat or your, you know, your seafood, but I say meat for everything, that helps it kind of like cleanse the meat and take all the like germs and all those stuff that you don't want in it out if you're not familiar with cleaning your meat prior to preparing it.
Okay, so here's the bag. I thought I threw it out, but I didn't. So here's the bag of what the shrimp came in from Target. So it is good and gathered, and then it's large raw shrimp, tail off, peeled and deveined, and then that's everything that's pretty much on there. So I thought I threw it out, but I didn't, so now I threw it out. So now that we added the lemon juice, now we're just gonna go ahead and toss them again. And the reason why I do a second toss is just to make sure all the acidity, the acid of the lemon juice does spread through all of the shrimp, and now all of them do have it on there. And plus, it, like she said, it is a cooking agent that really does help. If you're not used to cleaning your meat, this is gonna help clean it, because it's gonna, the acid, it's like you washed your meat and then you put acid on it. It's gonna help clean
all my Caribbean people are familiar with that concept of boiling your meat, putting in lime juice, cutting off the fat, all that stuff. Mostly all Caribbean people do it, but I know Haitians heavily do that, Haitians, Jamaicans, but I'm speaking for all the West Indian culture when I say things like that.
So this is what it's looking like. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna wait and get this, we're gonna wait to get our pot hot. So we have to get the pot ready and hot. And I have my butter.
Country Crock butter. You can get Country Crock from Sam's, Walmart.
So I like to use the original Country Crock,
wherever Country Crock is sold, but I think she got that one from Walmart.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start putting everything away. So I'm putting everything back into the cabinet. Just like how I like to do everything. I just like to clean up after I finish using anything and everything. And my sister don't come here often, but y'all just don't know. We have like a whole Walmart in here. If you're looking for seasoning, honey, I got it. I got oils of seasoning. So let me show y'all.
Got it.
So, like I said, I got all the seasoning for days. Our cabinets stay pretty much full of seasonings and stuff. Everything that we normally use and cook, and anything that we see at the store, we try to go ahead and get and double up, just because we do cook we cook a lot.
Like weekly, daily type stuff.
Yeah. So if you know you cook a lot, you need to
not just salt, pepper, paprika. You need all that stuff.
Not over here. So then our last ingredient, we gotta add a little sauce. You know, the Louisiana hot sauce, baby. You know you gotta have, you know, we ain't just Haitian. You know, you still gotta add some little hot sauce. Not too much, cause you know my baby's gonna be eating, so I can't put too much.
But if it was us, we would have put a lot. Well, not a lot, but you know.
I mean, you can still top yours with hot sauce when you make your own sandwich, but I'm just saying because of her, I can't put too much, so she's, you know, not
Miss Ma'am
tasting all that hot sauce.
Miss Ma'am.
So now we're gonna close this hot sauce, and the other half of the lemon I'm going to put in the refrigerator because I still use it. I put everything else in the pantry that's dry, and anything that's wet that has to go, like lemon and stuff, I put in the refrigerator. So we're gonna start putting all that stuff away, just because I know that I'm not gonna be using them. I don't need them. That's funny. Alright, so that's everything been put away and taken care of. Yeah. Alright, so that's everything. Alright, so now put the knife up. And we're gonna put all of our measures back. And anything that needs to be washed, I'll just put near the sink, and then once we're done doing this, I get everything ready. So what I'm gonna do is, I guess we're gonna do some tater tots. So I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven. I just gotta always have to check and make sure that we don't have like a pot of oil in there, because we have a pot of oil right here. So sometimes we have it on top of the stove and sometimes we have it under the oven, just in case if we need to use it. And this is, by the way, fresh oil we have not used yet, so we always keep it just so when we cook.
But if you're Caribbean, you know your parents have like a pot of used oil that they keep under the oven.
I mean, we do have used oil too, but we ain't really, we throw it out after a certain amount of days.
Because it start getting that taste of like fish or whatever you cooked it with, and it's like.
So now we're gonna go ahead and hit bake. And I'm gonna put it on 350, start, and let it preheat. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a sheet pan like so.
Where you got it from?
So I have this sheet pan. I bought it in a set from Target. We got it in a set from Target in a box.
Oh, and the brand is Farberware.
Yeah, Farberware is the brand. It came with this, it came with this pot, and it came with a whole bunch of other pots. When we first moved, we needed cooking utensils, and we kind of just went to Target because I had a gift card when I was pregnant with the baby. They actually sent me a gift card for the baby, so why not use it? So we went to Target and bought like anything that we needed for the house. We ended up getting, because I moved, so we're in a brand new house. So there was a lot of stuff that we did have to get. So with the gift card, it came in handy because we got a whole bunch of stuff out of Target with that gift card. So this was one of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure I rinse it, it's cleaned, and dry it off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the tater tots. I'm gonna probably put parchment paper on there just because I want to, because tater tots do tend to have oil, so to avoid them having too much oil on the pan, I like to put parchment paper if I can find the parchment paper. It's up there, right here. Oh, I was like, I know I bought like two. I know we had like 2 boxes, so I was like, all right. So like I said, I like to align with parchment paper. I got this from Sam's Club. Comes with a lot. I was really happy. It wasn't that bad with the pricing. So, and then it's just like foil paper. You can tear off how much you need, how much you don't need. So I tear off enough to cover the pan because I know I'm gonna need it.
As she said, the Sam's Club, it's from Sam's Club, but it's the Member Marks brand. Member Marks is basically like Sam Club's brand, like I said, with great value in Walmart, but Members Mark is Sam Club's brand. And if you didn't know, Sam's Club and Walmart are, what you call that, sister companies?
Yeah, they're together. So this is the brand of the tater tots we're gonna be doing
for Ida.
Idaho. Love tater tots. I am like a big fan of tater tots.
And if you didn't know, Idaho is known for their potatoes. They're the potato state. So
I love tater tots. If you take me to Sonic, I'm not getting fries. I'm getting tater tots. That's just what I do.
I like tater tots from certain spots.
So I'm gonna do the whole bag just because it's little. It's a small bag. It's not really that much in there.
Half of the bag. Half or almost of the bag.
So, well, pretty much what I do is try to spread them out as much as I can. My hands have been washed. So yes, I'm not touching them with dirty hands. COVID germs, just don't do that. That's nasty. Even if it was only you eating it, why would you not wash your hands? Yeah, you got other people eating. You don't want to make them sick or get them sick. So yeah. So yeah, I spread them out as much as I can. There is some more left in the bag, but I'm just gonna put them back in the freezer, and I can put them under the oven once these are done cooking. So it's still preheating. So once I hear that it's good and ready to go, I'll go ahead and stick them in the oven. So these I'm gonna stick back in the freezer just because I don't want them to get soft and disgusting. So once these finish cooking, I can put them aside in a plate with some paper towels on it, or another piece of parchment paper, and then I can put the rest of these in here because I know we're gonna eat them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make all of them. It's just that I don't have a big enough sheet pan to put them on, so that's why I'm doing them in batches. Yeah, if I had a big enough sheet pan to put them on, then I would do them all together, but because I don't, I just did them. I'm just gonna have to do them in batches, which is perfectly fine.
Also, while we're on the topic of cooking, invest in a non-stick frying pan.
Invest in everything non-stick, not just frying pan. Get even these that came in the set are non-stick. Love them.
They do have some that are a little pricey, but you could, depending on where you buy it, you can find something that's affordable.
All right, so while we wait for this to preheat, we'll be back, and then we'll go ahead and start, you know, getting everything together and gathering everything together, the bread and everything, so you guys can see what type of bread we got. And yeah, so while this preheats, we'll wait for it to preheat, and then we'll come back on and I'll show you guys me putting it in, and we'll go from there.
Say bye-bye. 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 No bye-bye. You confused? No bye-bye.
All right, so I decided that I am gonna do the remoulade. I didn't want to do it at first, but basically what it is just your sauce for your bread. So as you can see, the oven is finally ready now. So it says 350 and it's ready to bake. So I can go ahead and stick the tater tots. Woo, it's hot underneath, and leave them under there for about until they're like golden brown. I'm not gonna give you a time frame because it depends on what temperature you have it on and how long you leave it in, and how you desire your tater tots to be cooked. So yeah, so I'm gonna do the remoulade. So with the remoulade, all it is basically your sauce, like I said. So I'm gonna grab my spoon.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And I do clean and rinse everything. So yes, it is been washed. So I'm gonna do some mayo.
That's Kraft olive oil mayo.
Yes, I love the olive oil one way better than just regular Kraft mayo. Why?
I know some people use Miracle Whip. I
don't like Miracle Whip. I don't like how Miracle Whip tastes. I don't. It tastes weird to me. I don't know what it is. So I basically just use 2 spoons. You can use how much you like. It depends on if everybody's gonna use the sauce or not, or if you and the person's gonna use the sauce. So this is my mayo portion. And this sauce is what goes on the bread. You want to put a sauce on your bread just so you can have a little bit pizzazz on there. And I told you we're gonna use the other half of that lemon. We don't throw stuff out over here. So we're gonna use that lemon. We're gonna squeeze some fresh lemon in there. We want that lemon juice, but we don't want the seeds. So I'm trying to make sure I don't get the seeds in there. I'm gonna throw the seeds out. The ones that are falling out, I'll throw those out. And you just want to keep squeezing until you get all that lemon juice in there. And then once you get all of it in there, then you can go ahead and throw the lemon out. And then I don't want the seeds, so I did get some seeds in there. Alright. So this is what it's looking like with the mayo and lemon juice. Alright, so then we have our sea salt again. It's your preference. You can use regular salt or sea salt. And instead of using all three, I'm just going to use the, you know, you can say it. Can you say it? Say it with me.
What that mean?
It's story time. Let me stop.
Oh no. You didn't even say it. How you gonna say you can say it? You didn't even say it.
They gotta say it because it's Dora time. Not too much because I did a little sprinkle. It's because I just want to make sure it's not too spicy for my baby, because my baby eats with me, like I said. She eats everything. We eat everything. Alright, so alright, so now some more spicy brown mustardo. Do you want some mustardo? I ain't put too much. We won't do that right now. Yeah. Black pepper. Not too much.
It even says it's certified Creole, a Louisiana product.
Instead of more chives, I did parsley. I love
And this is why it's spicy. It has chili powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper, granulated garlic, and spices. So that's where all the spice coming from. So you don't want to OD on this.
That part. And you gotta put some, love that Louisiana hot sauce.
Especially if you can't handle heat. I can handle more heat than most people because I like spicy food. But if
I put only like 3 drops because we already put it in the. We already have it in the shrimp seasoning, so I have to put it in the sauce for the bread.
Why you wait?
So now we're just gonna go ahead and mix it nice and slow. You don't want it going everywhere, so you gotta take your time to mix it. And then once it's getting nice and good, then you can go ahead and mix it a little bit more fast. You see that? You see that? You see that? Hey, hey. And sometimes you can do a little dip. Little dip. You see a little dip with your pinky? What taste? That's good. That's really good. Now I'm gonna wash my fingers. And I did good on the heat, because if I put too much, if I put a little bit more, it would have been not as good. You want to mix all of that in there. Wash my hands. And then now I can start putting these items away. So all my seasonings back in the seasoning cabinet. Mustard, this is open now, goes in the refrigerator. Hot sauce in the pantry closet. Alright, now that that's done, hands are washed, clean, everything's been put away. Oh, mayo. You don't want to mess up mayo. Especially this one, because this is favorite. Alright. Now, wash my hands again so we can show you the bread. And we have to get the bread cut and toast the bread as well. But we're going to do that after we get the shrimps cooked because we want to make sure. Dry my hands off. We want to make sure that. That's funny. We want to make sure that we get the shrimps cooked before we toast the bread, so that way we have warm bread and hot shrimp.
No.
All right, so we're using Cubano bread from Walmart. Cubano, you see that? Walmart, and it was only $1. You can use French bread, any type of bread that you like, you can use. And this was long enough for all of us, so it's not just me and my sister eating. So it gives us enough for me to cut into.
And we actually
pieces.
got 2 of those.
And yes, we did buy 2 because we finna eat tomorrow too. And then I'm gonna pack my father-in-law's lunch. Period.
What that mean?
So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so now let's go ahead and get these shrimp cooked. We can set our sauce aside. All right, so for the shrimp, I'm going to use olive oil.
To fry it?
We're going to pan fry it, sear fry it on the pan, not coating it, not doing that kind of shrimp. Oh boy. The reason why I don't want to do that one's gonna take a little bit longer. We're gonna have to do coat it in either breadcrumbs or flour, and we gotta wait for the oil to go ahead and get heated up. Ain't nobody got time for that. I mean, you can do it that way on another day. It's already late. It's 9:25. Our time, 9:25. This little one right here, if she's up a little bit more extra than her past, if she passed her bedtime, she ain't gonna go to sleep for you. And I want her to go to sleep. So we ain't gonna have that. We ain't gonna have that. So go ahead and turn the stove on. Olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. Not too much because I don't want them oily.
Yep.
And put the rest up. Well, we can leave it out just in case if it gets a little bit drier, we can add it. And then once this oil starts to heat up, the olive oil starts to heat up, you don't want to overcrowd it. Overcrowd
you don't like
the pan. So we're just gonna do them. You need to keep a good, nice, wet hand to drop them. So once I start seeing that it's getting hot and it's ready, we'll go ahead and start adding our shrimp. So we're just waiting for the pan to heat up. And that's the oil right there. And we're waiting for this pan to heat up. So let's see if I can adjust this so you guys can see. There we go. So you guys can see what's going on there. Okay, perfect. See, now the eyes getting hot, getting red, turning on. And once that gets to a good temperature, we're ready to start throwing these bad boys in. So yeah, that's all it is. It's just time, patience, and you gotta do it right. You can't just be rushing stuff. You rush it, it ain't gonna taste right, it ain't gonna look good. It's just gonna look sloppy, and you don't want that. So we're just waiting on this, and while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and check
the light look purple on the camera.
That's cool. Tater tots. So our tater tots are looking pretty good. So just keep watching them and eyeing them and everything. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like we're ready.
Down, we will pop.
So I'm gonna go ahead and turn our oven down. Well, our stove down. I said oven.
Cause that thing will pop.
Yeah, the thing I love about olive oil, it cooks really good for low meat. Not for, you're not gonna use it for like your big meats, like your steaks and stuff like that. But shrimp, yeah, it's gonna cook it really good, and it's gonna cook it fast.
I'm pretty sure every black person experienced being popped by oil or grease. And it ain't fun.
Don't play. And when it's hot, it's hot. And you gonna hear that sizzle. Woo-hoo!
Imagine that on a 9 or a 10.
Bro,
Right
I
now
would
we have it on a 4.
You would have been got busted by now. And you see how that I went ahead and made sure that I coated them really nice and even, because I wanted front and back to be coated to the point where it's like, oh my god, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Y'all see that sizzle?
Look at that. See it popping?
There ain't nothing to play with.
Gotta step back. And you just smell all the seasoning in the air. It smells so good. Go ahead and cut your pan on.
If you gotta turn it down even more, turn it down, because you do not want to get burnt.
Man, you so don't.
That ain't no joke. So right now we have it on the 2. Maybe I said she had it on 4. We started it off at a 9 to get it, you know,
To get the oil hot, and then once you get the oil hot enough, you turn it down
4
to adjust it to where you can handle it.
I think 2 is the optimum heat.
Once it lowers down to where it can stand the heat, then you can go back and heat it back up. But it's up to your preference of how fast you're trying to cook. If you're trying to cook it pretty quick, then you just gotta continue to watch it and make sure.
Put covers on top of it, like, you know, just to let it sit a little bit, but that can be a little risky. It can burn from this, you know, put in a pot cover on top of it just so it's to sit. It can burn, since this is like something that cooks really fast when you're cooking with oil, but you can also do that as well.
And like I said, you don't want to overcrowd them, so you kind of want to give them a little space in between, and that's what I've been doing. So since we have a lot to cook, I'm not really going to put all of them cooking too much, but I am going to show y'all the first start of the process of me cooking them, and then when I flip them, then after that, we are going to go ahead and just do the rest off camera, just because I don't want this video to go over and
y'all don't have to see everything over and over. It doesn't have to be redundant.
Yeah, I don't want y'all to continue to watch the process being repeated and it bores you. So you're just going to see how when you see it's getting brown around there, that means that one's ready to go ahead and get flipped. And guess what? There you go. You see, that's what you want. You want that blackened shrimp. And if you want blackened shrimp, this is the best way to do blackened shrimp. I didn't want to do the fried because I know that fried process is going to take a little bit longer. So I did the blackened shrimp.
But either way, it's still frying. Just like when you do fried eggs, that's like the same concept.
So all I'm doing is just basically watching where I have my brownness going around the shrimp. Once I see that it's brown around the shrimp, that means that side is ready to be flipped and ready to be turned over. And you like to give your shrimp at least a good few minutes. So I like to flip them just to get a look at them, and then make sure that once I see it's brown on that side, I go ahead and start turning them over. And once we get all of those browned up and good, I get a plate with some parchment paper to go ahead and basically just help with the process of basically flipping them over and having them ready. So I'm just gonna let some of that sit, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my plate now. So while they're cooking, I have my plate and my parchment paper ready to go. And I'm gonna double plate it with this paper plate, and double plate it with my parchment paper. So grab the parchment paper again, go ahead and tear off. And like I said, paper plate, double plated it right there. And what I'm gonna do is basically set it to the side. So when the ones that are ready, that are flipped, that's already been flipped twice, are ready, they can go over here and I can drain out all the excess oil off of them and then start with the next batch. So that's all you guys are gonna see me do. Basically, just flipping the shrimp over, getting them blackened on the one side, and on the other side are gonna do the same thing. And then after that, we're pretty much ready to make our sandwich. So you see, I'm flipping them all over, and basically we're just repeating the same process on both sides. So that's it, pretty much, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do everything else off camera, because this is all the part that you basically need to see. And then up until that, once all the shrimps are finally cooked, I'll show you how we go ahead and put the sandwich together. All right, we'll be back.
This is how the shrimp is looking. They are fully cooked. As you can see, the browning on there. This is all the shrimp that was in the bag, fully cooked, seasoned, all that good stuff. So now we're gonna start doing the bread, and then the tater tots are almost finished. They've been under there for I don't know how long,
About 25-30 minutes.
but we're gonna be prepping the bread right now. The bread not gonna take that long. It's like, because you don't want to over toast the bread, so you gotta cut it.
So we can make at least 4 out of this one. This is huge. So we're gonna try to at least get 4 good pieces out of here.
If we gotta use the other bread, we will. It's just all you gotta do is cut it.
Cause it's a pretty big.
I mean, if it came pre-cut, that would have been easier, but then again, it's kind of like sometimes you don't like stuff pre-cut.
Alright, so to cut it, we do have a cutting board. Let me grab the cutting board. So we're gonna go ahead and clean off the cutting board and then dry it off, and then we can cut the bread. So we can turn the stove off. And the only thing on right now is just the oven for the tater tots. And everything else is off by now. Everything else is off now. Alright. Tater tots are almost done. So what I was gonna initially do is, cut them and put them in this same put the
bread.
I'm sorry, y'all. Put the bread, cut the bread on the cutting board, and then put the bread in the same baking sheet pan that we use the tater tots in. We're gonna use that same pan. What we're gonna do is leave that same sheet, the parchment paper, we're gonna leave that on there, and then go ahead and put the bread on there so they can toast. We just want to get a little bit a nice light toast.
Not like we doing toast for breakfast type stuff.
Yeah, so it's like a nice light toast, so you can have that nice little crunch when you bite into it. That's why we want it to be a little toasted. And then once it's nicely toasted, we'll go ahead and pull them out, let them cool, throw some butter on there while it's warm but not hot, because when they come out they're going to be steaming hot. So we got to wait for them to warm and cool down. For them to cool down so they're warm and not hot. Then we're going to go ahead and put some butter, and then once that butter is on there, we'll go ahead and put our little saucy sauce, and then we'll put our shrimp and get your tater tots, and that's it. That's the finished, done deal. That's the meal. Yes, I know I should have got lettuce. I know, don't judge me.
This is the cutting board. I don't know where it's from.
I'm gonna see. We might have a little something to crunch with. I don't know.
This is it. It's like pretty much the size of my shirt. Almost the full size of my shirt. You can get cutting boards from anywhere. Walmart, cooking stores. Like you could get it, probably even get it from Home Goods. But yeah, this is the cutting board, and we're gonna cut the bread. We're probably gonna do it on camera or off camera, but regardless, cutting bread is pretty self-explanatory. As she said, we're gonna try to cut it down to 4 pieces, and if we do use the other bread is not that big of a deal. So yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like I don't have anything crunchy to put on top.
That's fine, we know for next time.
But next time I remember to grab lettuce. But since y'all already seen me make this, there's no point in me remaking it again. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
next
we
time,
can always do something else,
like off camera.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a done deal. So now we're gonna go ahead and cut this bread up. And yeah. All right, so this is what our bread is looking like. So we put them, I had them on broil. So that's what they're looking like after broiling them. Nicely toasted. Like I said, you don't want to do too much. And then I have my butter knife already here ready to go with
The
my
Country
butter.
Crock butter. Original.
Country Crock original butter. Like I said earlier. And then we're just gonna
Not too much, because butter got calories. You don't want to, you know.
just lightly on both sides. Not too much. Like she said, you just want to do a good amount.
All that butter not good for you.
Just to get on both bread pieces. And you'll start to see it's melting because now the bread is still warm. It's not hot like when we pulled it out, but it's warm.
Just like when you ice a cake, you're not supposed to, you know, do it when it's hot. A little bit when it's warm or when it's like, you know, cold.
All right, so now that they've been slathered with the good butter, all right, so like I remember we had our sauce, a nice little sauce, and you just want to go ahead and drizzle some sauce on the inside. And then you just want to take your spoon and help you smooth it out on both sides. And then you just want to take it, like I said, and you just want to basically slather it on both sides. And you don't have to broil it. You could have just ate it the way it was without having to broil it or toast it. It's the way you want to do it, you do it the way you want to do it. If that's the way you want to eat it, you eat it like that. But I like to have mine a little bit toasted, just because that's just how I like to have mine. So all of them are nicely slathered with the sauce. Just gonna get the bigger pieces a little bit more sauce, just because it's a little bit harder to get one side and the other side is like folded. So I will have to flip it on the other side. So that's that side. Oh, this one's good. That one's good, that one's good. Alright, so last thing to do is plate. There we go. So, paper plate, sandwich, good helping of shrimp on one side. That's why I wish I would have really wish I did get the lettuce. It would have helped to make this stand up a little bit better and look a little bit nicer. And if you want a little bit more helping of the sauce to drizzle on top of the shrimp, and then fold it over for the crunch. Just want to get a nice helping to make sure it's nice and crunchy. It's folded, and then hot and ready tater tots. Still nice and warm. helping. And there you have it. You have your shrimp po' boy with your tater tots. And that's it. That's all we have.
So guys, that is the end of today's cooking vlog. I'm probably gonna title this cooking with my sister / cooking vlog, something like that. As I said, the title is gonna have cooking in it because we are cooking. But go ahead and check out my Instagram at haitiandoll.sophia. It will be linked down below in the description box, and I will have a pop-up on the screen. Always got a pop-up on the screen. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Greatly appreciate all the likes, comment, and shares. Love interacting with you guys in the comment section down below. Definitely turn on those post notifications and subscribe to my channel so you become part of the house, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any of my saucy and fire content. Also, make sure you go ahead and check out Alyssa Cole's channel. As I said, all her information will be in the iCard description on the screen, as well as her most recent video on the iCard with her channel name link down below, and Instagram down below. Instagram and YouTube will be on the screen. Check out my sister Instagram at VaWeezy_baby, and also her business Instagram at Diamond Dynasty House. As she said in the beginning, she has a black owned business. She sells lashes, handmade lip gloss, and also some accessories as well. Definitely go ahead and check out her business. That will be linked down below. And also check out her Instagram, VaWeezy_baby, and her YouTube channel, Haitian Queen V. As she said, she did take a little pause from YouTube because she did just have a baby, and due to the passing of my late grandfather, rest in peace to him, she did take a pause from YouTube, but she's gonna be back on her grind. So you guys go ahead and check out her channel, check out Alyssa Cole's channel, all that good stuff. As I said, that is the end of today's video. Without further ado, let's end out this video with love and care. Be blessed and don't be stressed. Not what we want to call. HaitianDoll.Sophia out.